we'll go straight into highs and lows. Anyone want to start?
I have to think.
Same.
Wait, I have a question. Can just nothing be an option? Because I feel like I didn't really have any lows this week, like thankfully. I mean, knock on wood, but I'm trying
Yeah.
to, I don't know. I'd say actually no, I can say something that's a low for me is I've been pretty busy this week with schoolwork and tennis, so I haven't been getting as much sleep as I would like to. A high for me though is that I did really well on one of my Euro tests. So start things off.
I'll go next. So, probably one of my highs are, probably the fact that I have once again, gotten ahead of homework, which is a really good thing. I get some free time, hopefully towards the end of the week. The low is probably that I haven't started studying for a stats test tomorrow. It's like a midterm exam. It's like 25% off our grade. So yeah, wish me luck.
Yeah, I can go next. Highs. I drew a picture for fun for first time in like 5 years. Uh, what else? Lows. I got a bunch of lows. So, like Aditi mentioned, there we have a mid-year stats exam tomorrow, which I didn't study for at all. I have a psych exam also and a huge college interview tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's like all jam packed in a single day. That's gonna be fun. Uh, yeah, that's it. Oh, and I have like all my classes tomorrow, plus like 2 club meetings.
I can go next. If we start off with lows, I'm taking the ACT on Saturday, which I feel like is a low no matter what way you think about it. And yeah. And a high, I guess, for the first time in like a couple months, I went to bed before midnight yesterday. Pretty impressive of me, if I do say so myself. Maybe like 10 minutes to midnight, but made a big difference.
Mila, you're gonna get a 36 on that exam, all right?
Yeah,
I
Have faith.
better. Oh yes, I would love one.
All right, am I the only one left? All right, so lows would probably be the stats test I have also not studied for. And also I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. But then I would say a big high is that I've been having a lot of fun working. And I've been in a really good mood this week, which is like surprising. Like, even though it's a pandemic, I've just been feeling pretty happy. So yeah.
Nice, good stuff all around. I'll get into my high is I ordered a book and it finally came. So I'll be reading, um, which I didn't think I'd ever say, but yeah, I will be reading. My low is I'm still stuck in this one room, which is kind of sad, but it's all right. One quick note before we get into the weekly reports is I'm not sure if this way of doing like the pre-meeting report, if that's the best way, because I think it's better to like foster a culture of like everybody just knowing what's going on rather than like comparing like I did this week, what did you do? So I don't think that would be the call, but I'm wondering if you guys feel that way. Like if there's that sort of energy of like, oh, now I have to look at what this person did and now I have to like write the same amount of bullet points or whatever. Like I don't want that to be the energy. But at the same time, I do think there has to be some way to make sure that everybody knows, what is going on with this week. What is the planning looking like that week? Um, so like trying to get everything just connected That's the problem, and I'm not sure that those pre-meeting reports work the way they are supposed to. That's my first off thing. But then I can get into some highlights that I want to talk about for my meeting check-in. So basically Zach started up a Discord channel, and we've been kind of adding to it little by little. We're not planning like a move-in, but we are planning to pilot it. And then we also have another promo event meeting that will be coming up. In that meeting, hopefully we can get the slides done and some more planning. And then during that meeting, we are going to test run the entire event and see how it works. And then I'd also like to set up some one-on-ones with the entire team. So I'll be like contacting each of you individually, and hopefully we can set up like a 15-minute, 30-minute check-in. Super painless, just like going over, do you know what's going on with what you're doing, and would you like any help with it? So that's all from me. Anybody else wanna make any announcements?
Yeah, actually, so next week I wanted to let you guys know that we're most likely going to have a bylaws meeting in order for us to continue progressing with our nonprofit status, 501c3 status. It's quite important that we finish drafting these bylaws within the next coming weeks. And it's not anything, too much more we have to do. I think we've got a pretty solid start on it already. But yeah, next week I'll be sending out, or this week I'll be sending out a when to meet for us to meet next week. So just keep that on your radar. Also, if any of you guys have any questions about bylaws, or what we're gonna do, or what's the main function of them, just feel free to let either me or Jeremy know.
Any more announcements? Are we good? Okay. I'd like to give one final shout out to Jonathan. Hopefully all of you guys have checked out the video already. If you have, give a thumbs up. But that thing was hilarious. We had a ton of fun watching it that one night. So let's give him a huge round of applause. Zoom applause. Sweet.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It
We'll
was
move
you
on
guys too.
to-
Your videos, your responses were perfect. So thank you.
All right, we'll move on.
Sorry for not giving you a response.
No, it's all good, bro. No worries. You only knew about it this week, so no worries, man.
We'll move on to discussions. So this is where we bring up a topic and just talk about it.
Okay. I don't know. Basically, so I'm doing the basically, well, I can't speak English. So Jeremy tasked me with making the presentation for the event to be as engaging, to help people make it as engaging as possible. And if it's all right with him, I wanted to share a little presentation I made as kind of like an example of what not to do and what to do. Yeah. Is that okay with you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec.
While you're doing that, do you want Mila to chip in what she has to say?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. So I think most of you were there, but we had a curriculum meeting a little while ago, probably a couple of days ago. I don't know what day of the week it is. But basically during that curriculum meeting, we made up some essential questions for our courses. So they're all listed under each course. It's kind of like, so we could all get a better view of what our goals for each course is. So I think later this week, I'm going to send out some messages. I hope people can take a look at some of those, because I think we have a pretty good list going on. There's been a few additions since that meeting and stuff. So if you guys want to add any to that document, like go ahead. And yeah, I hope we're gonna have another meeting soon to like do some more other than that. So yeah.
I'm ready now.
Yeah, you should have screen sharing already.
All right, good. Let me. Okay, this should work. Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just like a little presentation I typed up on sugar gliders. So basically, this is the first slide. This is like, I guess, a baseline. So I'll just start. The sugar glider is a creature native to Australia and New Zealand. Its diet consists of various insects, nuts, and fruit. Its love of fruit is where it gets its name. The sugar glider has a white underbelly to blend with the sky when seen from below, and a dark coat over top to blend with branches and trees when seen from above. It uses a skin membrane between its appendages to glide from tree to tree. So obviously this is a very like it's descriptive and it works, but what's important is that they're either going to be looking at the slide or they're going to be listening to you. So, and you might want to do something more like this, where you just have the very essential information written down so that they're mostly paying attention to what you say. And then to make it even more engaging, you can add pictures. So here I have Australia and New Zealand here. I have some of its diet. And then I have a picture to show its white underbelly and dark coat, which is like something that it's much better when you see a picture of it. And lastly, a picture of it gliding. To make it even more engaging, you can add GIFs. So this is a GIF of a sugar glider eating. And then another thing you can do is you can add videos. So here I have a video of let me just skip to it, I'll make it full screen actually, a sugar glider gliding in slow motion. And this is super engaging, obviously, because now you can create more interest among the people watching. So yeah, I guess that's done. And then two other things I wanted to mention is you want to be asking questions. So you want to be trying to get your audience to interact with you. So for example, like if I were to start out the presentation, I might say something like, who here has ever seen a sugar glider before? And then you can get like people to raise their hands. And yeah, so see, they're all raising their hands. And that will make people engaged, dialed in. And then at the end of the presentation, you can have discussion questions, and that will make people kind of dwell on it a little bit and kind of, what's the word, cement it into their long-term memory. Yeah. Okay, that's all I have.
Sweet. Thanks for presenting that. That was
Good
not
job.
exactly what I was expecting, but nice. All right. Couple of things I want to talk about. So I'm going to touch upon the Discord one more time. So we kind of made a Discord channel. Not that we're like officially moving over, but we do want to like pilot it, because as with our entire philosophy of like doing this thing really quickly and then moving on to like an upgraded version, we do want to see if Discord is an upgraded version of Slack. So what's going to be happening right after this meeting is I'm going to send in an invite link, and then you guys can all, if you want to, come to the Discord link and pilot it. So I'll repeat that again because that's like pretty important. This is completely optional. You don't have to join the Discord, but if you want to pilot it, you can. And then there's a bunch of little features in there that you can kind of play around with. I did just yesterday and it was pretty fun. A lot of really unexpected things that Discord can do. But that is completely optional once again. And then we'll also touch base with each of the people that do go and explore Discord and see what they're feeling and if it is an upgrade to Slack. Then I want to talk about the volunteer thing. A couple of you guys have already responded on Slack, but this Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m., we're gonna have like a volunteer event. So hopefully all of you guys can go and like just ask some people, hey, do you wanna come and volunteer for 2 hours on a Saturday night? Which sounds kind of painful, but we'll try and make it fun, as fun as we can. Basically what we're going to be doing is creating a bunch of Instagram posts and advertisements. Maybe they can even be more creative than just an Instagram post, but we'll see. And it's just to kind of explore how exactly these volunteer events can work, and also how much stuff can we actually get done, and will it be like high enough quality to go and like put out there. So we'll be figuring out all of that stuff on Saturday too. And then here's where it gets kind of weird. The one-on-one check-in stuff, that is for my own like character development, because all of this is a learning process to like every single person here, as well as me. I do want to figure out what are the best ways to kind of glue this whole thing together. And so the one-on-one check-ins are gonna let me, figure out what the best way to really pull you into the group, what that's going to be. So that'll be happening. And then I'll also thank you to every single person who's responded to the Google form already. All of that is really helpful. It kind of followed what I was expecting. And so the improvements that do need to be made are really just connecting every single person and making sure everybody is in the loop. And then I'm going to talk about last thing, which is piloting the promo event. So that in that meeting, hopefully every single one of you can make your slides ASAP. And then by the time all of that's done, we can have our piloting for the promo event, and hopefully we can also start aggressively advertising for that as well. And then we'll check out how it all works. Like some of you guys will be the audience, and then some of us will be the presenters. So we'll try and test it out that way. So more info is coming out soon. And that's all from me as well. Any thoughts about any of that? No thoughts?
The Sat the Saturday meeting is 7 to 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was just a question.
Wait, sorry. 7 to 9 in the evening, right?
Yes.
I could not wake up on 7 o'clock on Saturday. Sorry, man. A little bit too much beyond my zone.
All right, one more thing. Hopefully we can discuss this and people have thoughts. But the pilot thing, I sent it out on Slack that in this website that I read, or this article that I read, they were saying how Saturday is actually a really bad time to hold events because people are generally busy or they just don't want to give you their Saturday time, which makes sense. And so the best time to give one is Wednesday night and Thursday night. What do y'all feel about that?
I actually agree. I think, personally for me, because these meetings are all, in Wednesday, I think, it naturally is a better day so we can plan, people can plan their week out earlier, but at the same time, also, not have to sacrifice any time that they want to set aside for, personal reasons too. So I agree. I think Wednesday evenings are probably going to be the best day. Personally, as I work through school and all that. So
Yeah, I agree too. I think Wednesday night would be the best just because a lot of people are busy on the weekend and that's kind of like their free time away from school and stuff. So they probably have a lot of stuff planned. And I know that especially for sports, like that usually takes up like a lot of time on the weekend. So I think Wednesday night would probably be the best.
So I'll play devil's advocate. One of the questionable things about the daytime are if we're gonna also broadcast to like adults and stuff like that, it'd be really hard to coordinate a weekday specifically because there's a lot of jobs and a lot of after school curriculars that really run during the nights. Um, and it's also a hassle to ask people to move like their prior commitments out. Um, so that's one counter argument, but you know,
I mean, I kind of do agree with that. Because to be totally honest, like I'm really busy on Wednesday and Thursday nights. So I would rather have something on the weekend. But I think in this case, it's really tough to make that call because it depends on the person. Like some people are much busier on the weekends and like have time off on the weekdays, but like for me, it's vice versa. So you really can't. I don't think it's a clear decision that we can, really make on that unless we like send a survey to everyone, like, what's your best day, But I think that's tough.
yeah, that was the other option that I was thinking of because it is tough without knowing like who our audience base actually is and who's actually going to come and show up. Um, and so I did like that idea of like, can we send out a Google form right now and gauge that?
Just to make sure, is this like within our group or is this to like a larger set of the population the Google form would be going?
Everybody, the audience.
Yeah, just kind of looking at, just the way you're going to go about sampling that. I feel like, when we think about, this ahead, people will be a lot more, specific. And I kind of understand, where you guys are totally getting at, but I feel like, if we send that out, there's going to be a good amount of variation between the dates. So it's going to be a little bit hard to pinpoint it. So that's why I'm kind of on the idea of just doing it on a solid date. And I think Wednesdays tend to be better, maybe like at 6:30, 7 o'clock, that time frame. But there is definitely like pros and cons to that too. So I
Jeremy, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask, so there's no set in stone like actual like time for this, right? Like we haven't made like a time that it's gonna be.
Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't made a commitment to any time yet.
Okay.
What about weekends, evenings? How do we feel about weekend evenings? Because I don't know what people do on the weekends.
I mean, there's gonna be pros and cons to like everything. It's just um like we do. I think Aditya is right in that we do have to set something in stone, and then when we do set it in stone, we have to be okay with whatever decision we made. But I do think there is somewhat of a possibility in actual surveying because I don't think we have to give them like Monday, Wednesday. We don't have to give them all the options. We can just say which one will work better, Saturday this time or Wednesday this time. Send it out and just collect. There's going to be a ton of bias, like a ton of bias. But I think that's just one of the things that we have to live with. But that will help us make like a better educated decision. Would that because we're gonna have to send out a pre-event registration anyway. So I'm really leaning towards that, and just marking out like a Wednesday and a Saturday, two times that are like an hour each block, and then being making sure that we all as a team are available during those times, and then making the call to fix it down within 2 weeks of the actual event.
I don't see how it could hurt. Like, especially if you link it to like, I don't know, a sign up thing. I don't know. You know.
Yeah, Google Forms also can link it to like Excel or not Excel, the the blocky thing, and that can help us like track pretty accurately like what people are thinking.
something to keep in mind too. If it's a Saturday, I think meetings tend to be best kind of in the morning time frames, like 8:30, 9:30 that time frame, just based on, the energy level from us as well as the audience too. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there and just let you know.
Could I respond to that? So I certainly agree that energy level will be high in the morning, but I know that in the case of a lot of adults, especially my dad, uh, they're busy doing chores in the morning, and they hate to be interrupted. So
Yeah, to add on to that, I was gonna say, especially too, I think that it does like there's a lot of better energy, but in especially too because we're gonna be targeting like high school students as well. A lot of them are gonna want to sleep in on the weekends just because, like we've all said, we barely get like sleep like on the weekdays itself because we're always doing work. So like the weekends are usually like the 2 days to like get to sleep in. So I feel like if we hold an event like this in the morning, less kids will probably want to come because they're gonna want to sleep in. So I feel like we'll get a larger crowd if we do it during a time that fits better for like more people. So
Yeah, I feel like for energy, drink a coffee beforehand, and then we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I guess I'm in line with sending the the Google Forms to the general population who we're gonna serve. Let's get a better idea and a better gist students will want to do. Like Jeremy said, there's still gonna be, just keep in mind that in that survey there'll be a lot of bias as well as a good amount of variability too. But if we could find a general pattern among what students want, um, maybe that might be better. And maybe a better way to phrase the survey is to kind of, instead of just asking like giving them like a list of like multiple choice options like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of ask them what is their best times, like make it open-ended, but don't give them like preset options beforehand. um, I think if you make it more open-ended, students will tend to answer more, with less of a bias, and as well as maybe we might be able to kind of scrunch that variability a little bit too.
A part of me wanted to just say, pick a time, this time or that time, or do a checklist and say this time or this time you choose. If they both work, check both boxes. That way
Yes.
we don't have to, because we have to also make sure that all of us are available during those times, or at least just the presenters have to be available during those times.
Yeah,
So
I think making it open-ended, like just asking them, hey, what is the most, what's the best time of the week, we can meet, instead of giving that checklist option, because I feel like when people tend to look at that checklist, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, people tend to be a little bit more biased in what they, sample. So just kind of throwing that out there too. I think making it open-ended would be beneficial in my opinion.
also, I think that it's important because if you ask them like the best time that they can do something, they might be able to do something at another time, but they're like not listening it because they prefer a certain times. But on the other hand, the time that is their best time could be a time that just doesn't work for someone else. So like, I guess indicating how capable they are at a specific time too would be important.
what I kind of meant I agree with that, but for this event, what I kind of meant is like we say, do you like the pre-registration or the registration questionnaire is going to be for this event, will you come? And then under that, we just list 2 times. Um, and then also like I'm not like a checklist that says I'm not able to make this time. So we only have 3 options. 2 of them are I can attend this time, then I can attend this time, and then I cannot attend.
I'm kind of with you on that because I think that's how a lot of organizations do events, because then you can make sure that you can actually put on an event whenever people say they're available. Also, but one issue I have with that is that like we got to make it clear that we're serving for time, because sometimes people think that there are 2 events and they're signing up for one of them. So it's like, I don't know, if we want to go that route, we're probably gonna have to make it clear, but that's like for later worries. in agreement, yes, with with the 2 time option though.
I also agree with that. I think, kind of shortening that down and just picking like 2 or 3 dates that work for us, as a team beneficially. And then we can just ask the audience from then on, Monday, like 4 to 5 o'clock, or Wednesday, 4 to 5 o'clock, etc. I think kind of making that a little bit more restricted from the get-go could give us a little bit better results at the end.
Yeah. Even if it's a perfectly designed survey, if it's too complicated, no one's gonna respond. So I think Jeremy's smart for wanting to make it simple.
You could have just ended at Jeremy's smart. Would have been okay with that. So one more last thing, and then I think we're done, is does anybody want to build the post-event Google form?
I can.
Okay. I'll
Unless
talk to you about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk after. All right, cool. I am good to go. Anyone else have any ideas, thoughts, jokes, any of that?
We have a Care for Them meeting tomorrow at school. Hopefully kids will show up this time. But if they do, Mila has something to present to them. We're going to talk about a curriculum, and I'm going to relay the message about the Saturday volunteer thing.
Cool. Also like you can control like who, if they do show up, just email them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a club president,
It's an easy fix.
I can attest to the fact that emailing people makes the go-to things.
Yeah, we tried that last time. It didn't really go well.
Yeah.
Can you email like one at a time and be like, hey, would this work? We're doing this.
No,
or
I didn't do
whatever
that.
you want to do.
No.
Just get a bot to do it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I was gonna ask you. I have like a question. I feel like it's an idea to get more people to come. There's this club at Swickley called Health Careers Club. I'm part of it, and they've had like a couple webinars so far. It's like 10 to 12 kids, and like they've had a couple webinars. They're like really into that stuff. So, Sri Mai is the person who does the club. So if you want me to, because like I've gone to them, I can email her and like tell her about the webinar. And I know that if I email her, like most of the kids in that club would definitely try to show up.
Yeah,
So,
sweet. That would be great.
yeah, I can
That'll
email
be popular.
about it.
Also, if Care for Them wants to sponsor Minecraft Club, I'd be glad to put their name out.
You want to build her logo in Minecraft?
Sure. I don't know. Just anytime I talk about Minecraft Club, I can say sponsored by Care for Them and talk to people about it.
Cool. Anything else?
Can you guys send me good vibes for my ACT on Saturday, please? Everybody.
I'll send you some memes. How
I
about
don't
that?
know how to do that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I have a joke.
Watch Attack on Titan.
Oh my gosh, bro. Why did I know that was coming? I knew that was coming.
Dude,
you're gonna do
goated.
fine. Don't worry.
It's too goated, bro.
You're gonna do fine. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
That's my good vibes. I don't know what else to say.
No, just from like 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. Everyone just like sit at their desks and go, Mila will get a 36. Mila will get a 36. Just for all those hours, just sit there and do it, and then I will.
I will in my sleep.
No,
Yeah,
Josh
we,
will
like,
be
sleeping.
watching Attack on Titan. So,
Dude, I watched like reruns. I watched like some episodes every day just because like I'm bored. Feel me?
At the end of the day,
I sent this
school doesn't matter.
Instagram post of like a thing that said like Attack on Titan has like higher ratings than like Game of Thrones and like this like other really popular show. And this kid was so excited. He literally, it was like I've never seen this kid so happy in my life. I swear. I
Because-
swear. This kid was so excited. He was like, bro, I told you. Dude, it was hilarious.
It's
It was
because
so
telling
Attack
you.
on Titan is just better.
It's goaded. See, Zach knows.
I know. I watched it in like 6th grade.
All right, cool. I'm gonna end this meeting real quick. Do you guys want to put in like any filters on? I'll give you like 2 seconds to put on like a mustache filter.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
still don't know
One
how to
sec,
do
one
that.
sec.
Zoom this still doesn't even let me do that.
Wait,
How do
my
people do that?
my management chat just disappeared.
I love it.
I don't get it.
That's a
How do-
worry for another time, Joshua.
Video filter. Oh, I
Okay.
see.
I
Hold
don't know
on.
if they were calling you Joshua.
I
Without
have to download filters. What?
Yeah, not everyone calls me Joshua, but I don't mind. It sounds more royal.
Wait, how do you put? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I got it.
Video filter. Bet.
I'm downloading a filter right now.
This looks so. Oh, this looks looks really bad. Hold on.
My filter's about to be crazy. How do I do it?
Is this the only options they have?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Dude, I don't
Like a boss.
All right, we good?
Yeah, I think
No,
we're
I
good.
gotta find something funny. What is this? I don't even know what any of this is. Okay.
Oh wait, this is funny. You want to see funny? I'll show you funny.
Yeah.
Wait.
Cool. Let's
Hey,
go.
man.
Thank you.
I'll do this.
No, I like the. Ooh,
We're filling up Jeremy's computer.
No, I'll go with this one, the classic. Joshua, what is that, bro? What is that?
All right, we good?
I look like the
Yes.
Attack Titan.
Cool,
Yeah, let's
cool,
go.
cool, cool.
This kid really chose a pig. There were so many options, and that's the one that you chose to go with.
Yo. Fuck 12. No.
Gee, Josh.
It's recording, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
Can we just
We can edit that
Or
out. We
do your
can edit that
do your
out.
thing and we can stop this recording?
Yeah, Jeremy, I would just try to stop this as soon as you can.
Yeah.
All right, this week we did a lot of great stuff, and we're gonna work on 2 main themes of one, internalizing improvement, and so that's gonna come in like one-on-one meetings, exploring Discord, and just making sure we run as optimal as possible. We also set up a promo event plus volunteer event that will happen this week. Stuff to look out for next week are another promo event meeting, a bylaws meeting led by Aditya, and then Mila will be doing something about the curriculum in the upcoming weeks as well. And make sure if you guys have any ideas to add those in to the Google Doc. A little bit more is going to be just the fact that we're going to still run a bunch of interviews and conclude. We're going to try and conclude that entire like piece of what we've been doing, and then try and learn from it all in another meeting as well. And also, because it's February, be on the lookout for another board meeting. Sweet. Thank you.